local network.
Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us here on WYLN News. I'm Gary Perna. An Arctic blast is on its way. A wind chill warning has been issued for our area. It goes into effect until 6 p.m. Thursday. Cold temperatures plus wind gusts will hit upwards of 35 miles per hour, which will bring the temperature below zero. Those seeking shelter can do so at Divine Providence Homeless Shelter in Hazleton, which has extended their hours during these cold temperatures. WYLN's Julia Wiegand has more.
Divine Providence Homeless Shelter in Hazleton opened at 5 p.m. yesterday and plans to stay open until around Friday or Saturday with these Arctic conditions rolling in. The shelter normally runs from 7 p.m. when they serve dinner until 8 in the morning the next day. Facilities manager Peter DeMarco said that this is because of a code blue, which also can happen during extreme winds or even a heat wave. DeMarco also said that their shelter is expanding into a better facility, which they're currently working on.
I have showers that right now we work with the YMCA in town, and they allow us to do showers. We have a tremendous amount of volunteers, community volunteers, that bring us homemade food every night for the residents, which is excellent. We enjoy that very much because a lot of times they don't get like a hot home-cooked meal, and when you walk into the shelter and smell it, it's like Thanksgiving a lot of nights, so it works out really well for us.
Anybody in need of the shelter or want to get in contact with the shelter can call them directly at 570-861-4750. Reporting in Hazleton for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
A wanted man is now behind bars after being arrested by officers on Tuesday. Rush Township Police executed an arrest warrant for violations stemming from a 2015 offense. 23-year-old Pedro Cespo was apprehended and faces charges of DUI, false identification to law enforcement, and other related charges. He was arraigned and committed to the prison and lack of $10,000 cash bail. Now, Cespo is also facing drug charges from Hazleton Police. His arrest was made possible through Rush Township Police with the collaboration of the Narcotics and Patrol Divisions of Hazleton City Police Department. Items worth $600 were stolen from a shed in Hazel Township. State police at Hazleton are investigating the theft. Troopers were told that an Echo leaf blower with a vacuum and shredder valued $200 and a DeWalt mini meter screw of 12-inch red blades were also stolen, about $400, from an unlocked shed on Latimer Road. The theft happened between November 10th and January 5th. The investigation remains open, and anyone with information is being asked to call troopers at 570-459-3890. State police are trying to locate a missing Monroe County teenager. Police are saying that Bridget Reyes ran away from her home over 2 months ago and may be in the greater Hazleton area. Reyes last lived in Chestnut Hill Township and ran away from her home after leaving through a bedroom window on November 28th around 6:30 p.m. Troopers say that she could possibly be staying in the greater Hazleton area and was last seen wearing black pants and a gray sweatshirt. Anyone with information on her is being asked to call State Police at Fern Ridge. That's 570-646-2271. Staying with news from State Police, troopers are investigating an attempted break-in in Ryan Township. State Police at Frackville say the investigation into the attempted break-in on Archer Road continues. Troopers say someone attempted to get inside the home on Monday just before 3:30 in the morning by breaking a rear kitchen window. The damage incurred totaled about $150. The victim is listed as a 55-year-old man from Mahanoy City. Anyone with information on that attempted break-in is being asked to call troopers at 570-874-5300. A Scranton man that was free on bail after a drug offense from last year, well, he was taken back to prison for trying to pass off baking soda as crack cocaine. State Office of the Attorney General received information that 36-year-old Onlose McClinton was setting up a drug deal to sell crack cocaine in Wilkes-Barre. He was on his way to make the exchange on January 23rd when he was stopped by authorities and taken into custody. A test of the substance that was thought to be cocaine revealed that it was indeed baking soda. He stated that he was going to cheat the buyer. He was already facing a trial for selling drugs near the San Sui Parkway back in July of 2018. He was arraigned on the recent case and taken to prison for lack of $20,000 bail. A new municipal building in the borough of Weatherly is being scheduled to be built although the size of the project has been reduced. Weatherly Council voted to decrease the size of the complex at last week's meeting. The original plan was for over 13,000 square foot. Now, Council reduced that to just over 8,500 square feet. Mayor Tom Connors hopes that by reducing the size of the whole building, it can be paid for entirely through $2 million in grants. The borough is using federal and state grants to match the $1 million State Redevelopment Capital Assistance Program grant. The complex will be built on the former Tungsol property and house a new municipal building, police station, and an office for Magisterial District Judge Joe Hermanko. Staying in Weatherly, snow parking ban changes have been made in Weatherly just in time for more snow. The parking ban was amended by council and prohibits parking on both sides of Yankel and Jefferson Street. There was also no parking allowed on the west side of Pardee from First Street to East Main Street so that the plows can get through those areas. Now, additionally, Weatherly Police have also announced that a reverse snow ban is in effect starting now through 3:30 tomorrow morning, so all cars need to be moved by 3:30 tomorrow morning. Tonight, the Department of Environmental Protection is hosting a public information session on the final stages to extinguish the Jeansville mine fire. That meeting will take place tonight starting at 6 p.m. at the Tresco Hosey Social Hall on Oak Street. Representatives from DEP, the District Mining Office, and Bureau of Abandoned Mines Reclamation, along with the contractor Hazelton Shaft, will be on hand to present information on the work needed to complete the project and to answer questions. The 29-acre fire was discovered back in 2012 and is said to be burning since the 1970s. Again, that meeting gets underway tonight at 6 p.m. Coming up on WYLN News, the governor pitches a plan to raise the minimum wage and a new store opens in Hazel Township. But first, let's take a look at that cold forecast for you. Tomorrow's high, 12. But it will be sunny. Overnight, Thursday and Friday, 1 degree, and cloudy for Friday and Saturday. The temperature, though, starting to pick back up. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Minutes away. That's right, you're just minutes away from a great deal on a new car, truck, or SUV from Barber Ford. 2 great locations, Exeter and Hazleton. The best deals on America's #1 brand are just 19 minutes from Scranton, 15 minutes from Wilkes-Barre, 12 minutes from Old Forge, 18 minutes from Mountaintop, and 28 minutes from Berwick. Barber Ford in Exeter and Barber Ford in Hazleton. Start your new car search today at barberautogroup.com, where nobody but nobody sells for less.
The Falvello Law Firm, located at 314 Main Street, Suite A in Cunningham, offers help with car and truck accidents, wills, powers of attorney, and estates. With a small team of attorneys, they work directly with each and every client, serving all of northeastern Pennsylvania, and they are proud to offer legal services that make a real difference to you. Call them at 570-788-4191 today. S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
The Pennsylvania Department of Health has confirmed the first child flu-related death in this year's flu season. The State Department of Health has announced that the child's death in a weekly influenza report with the week ending of January 26. Health officials say that there have been 25 adult flu-related deaths so far, an increase from 10 when the report was released 2 weeks ago. Nurses at Wilkes-Barre General Hospital will be voting today on a new tentative agreement reached between both sides last night. The 3-year agreement between the union and the hospital negotiations include addressing nurse staffing concerns and a significant improvement to wage and recruiting and retaining nurses. If the agreement is approved today, it will avert a proposed one-day strikeout that was set for next month. Former Wilkes-Barre City Councilman will challenge current Mayor Tony George in May's December primary, setting up a rematch. George Brown will formally announce his candidacy tonight at 6:30 at Rodano's Pizza and Restaurant on Public Square. The campaign theme is Brown for Wilkes-Barre, a better way. The 67-year-old retired businessman said his ideas for Wilkes-Barre are different and new. Brown, a resident of South Wilkes-Barre, served one term on city council before running for mayor in 2015. Mayor Tony George, a former police chief and councilman, announced his re-election campaign to a group of donors in October, but will have an official announcement event on February 20th in just a few weeks. A rally was held yesterday in Harrisburg to help end gun violence. Governor Tom Wolf spoke on the issue, and RW Wyln's Julie Stefanovich has more on the story.
Democratic Governor Tom Wolf spoke yesterday at an anti-gun violence rally in the state capitol Rotunda. He was joined by members of Ceasefire PA and is calling on lawmakers to pass universal background checks, a measure that would help toughen the state's gun laws.
We have a lot of work to do here in Harrisburg. We have a lot of work to do in Washington. And I'm not giving up. I'm going to continue to champion common sense gun safety legislation here and urge the folks in Washington to live up to their responsibilities to do the same.
A shooting 3 months ago at a synagogue in Pittsburgh left 11 people dead, and the governor mentioned that these senseless acts of violence can happen anytime and in any town.
We cannot accept this kind of violence as a normal part of everyday American life, and we simply cannot wait any longer to act. So I'm proud to stand here with all of you, and let's keep in mind we're stronger than hate. We're united against violence.
Wolf signed a bill last October that forces people with a domestic violence background to surrender their weapons. Other bills are expected to be introduced to the legislature, including a ban on assault weapons and a limit on magazine capacity. Reporting for Wyln News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Staying with news from the governor, Governor Tom Wolf has proposed a raise in Pennsylvania's minimum wage starting at $12 an hour. The governor said by boosting the minimum wage, that will enable tens of thousands of people to work their way off of public assistance, saving taxpayers hundreds of millions of dollars and growing the economy for everyone. Pennsylvania's minimum wage has been at $7.25 an hour since about 2009. Over the decade, 29 states, including all of Pennsylvania's neighboring states, have raised their minimum wage. The governor's proposal is to raise the minimum wage to $12 an hour starting July 1st, 2019, with gradual 50-cent increases until reaching $15 an hour in 2025. Recently, New Jersey became the 4th state to raise their minimum wage to $15 an hour. State Representative Patty Kim and Senator Art Haywood both will be sponsoring bills to raise the minimum wage. The newest Dollar General store has opened in our area. The store, located on Hazel Township Boulevard just behind McDonald's, open and ready for business. According to a press release, the company will celebrate a grand opening at 8 a.m. Saturday with prizes and special deals for the first 50 adult shoppers, and those at the store will receive a $10 General Store gift card, and the first 200 shoppers will receive a Dollar General tote bag with products, samples, and among some other giveaways. Traditional Dollar General stores employ approximately 6 to 10 employees depending on the need. And if you're interested in working for the company, you can visit their career section on their website at dollargeneral.com. The Pennsylvania Department of Labor and Industry says the unemployment rate in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Hazleton area has dropped. It has dropped from 5.5% in December 2017 to 5.1% in 2018. The number of jobs in the transportation, warehousing, and trade and utilities industry in the Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Hazleton area has a record high in December. State officials say that there were approximately 69,700 jobs in that sector in December. Coming up on Mahanoy City's News Choice, could hunting season be expanded? And the state will tell you, plus Community News ahead. And get ready, the Barnes & Noble store has reopened in Wilkes-Barre Township. The details are ahead. Stay with us.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
It's time to say goodbye to 2018 and hello to 2019 during the Start Something New sales event at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We're celebrating the new year with new savings. Buy a new 2018 Jeep Compass Sport 4x4 with heated seats for only $23,715. Or buy a new 2018 Ram 1500 Crew Cab truck with Ram Cargo Management for $33,552. That's a savings of over $9,400. It's the Start Something New sales event going on now at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Welcome to Wellness Wednesday, and today I am talking with Dr. Brittany Portanova, and she is a doctor of podiatric medicine. That means, Dr. Portanova, we're going to do a little bit of walking because it's all about the feet.
Yes, absolutely.
And feet are something that, well, in order to get from point A to point B, it's a good thing to keep them healthy. It's the winter time. What do we do?
So the big thing in the winter is change of shoes. So we go from our summer flip-flop shoes that are open and often very comfortable to our closed, confined, warm winter shoes. So a lot of issues start off the bat with blisters, chafing, irritation of bunions, hammer toes, existing conditions with shoes. So it's very important that you look for a pair of shoes or boots that fit you appropriately. And that includes not just your foot, but also accommodating a pair of warm, thick socks. A lot of us go shopping. We have our normal thin socks with us, and when you actually change into your winter shoes with your thick wool socks, problems can start. So it's important to have a good pair of fitting shoes and take that into account. As a result of this, you're in a warm, moist shoe as well. Sometimes they can become a little sweaty. You can get fungal infections. So in the wintertime, it's also important to make sure that you're changing your socks frequently, washing your feet more frequently to avoid any sorts of fungal infections in between the digits, and, of course, wearing like a wool sock. So a lot of us tend to gravitate towards cotton socks, which are comfortable, but they tend to hold on to moisture, whereas a wool blend sock is going to wick away some of that moisture and prevent it from sitting in your shoe all day and causing fungal infections.
That's a good point to bring out, sitting in the shoes all day, because when we grew up, we had our boots that we pulled on over our shoes, and then we would take our boots off, but we'd still be in our shoes all day. Is it a good idea? Because, again, I know a lot of people are fashion conscious. So what happens when someone says, well, I wear my boots to work because they're stylish, talking to the ladies, and then all of a sudden I'm in my shoes? How does all that, is it better to have different heel heights, different things like that?
Yeah, I mean, especially in the wintertime, you're going to be more conscious of the types of shoes that you're wearing, but you should be really changing your shoes frequently, not wearing the same pair every day, rotating them to give them a break. And another helpful tip is just spraying out your shoes with an antifungal spray. So you're wearing the same shoes day in and day out, you're going to have a higher fungal count in those shoes. So spraying them out to make sure that we're not going to have any issues with that are important.
Now, this one is really going to shock the ladies, so if you're not sitting down, you better. Dr. Portnova and I were talking before we began our discussion here, and you say no to nail polish?
Yes, having nail polish on all the time is not good for your nails. Now, it could be different for fingernails because they're exposed to air and you're washing your hands frequently throughout the day. But when it comes to your feet, again, we're keeping them in closed, confined, dark spaces. You're going to want to give the toenails a break, especially in the wintertime. No one's going to see your feet as much as they do in the summer when you have your open sandals, so it's a good time to take your polish off. What that's going to do is allow for some of the natural nutrients to come back to the nail. Nail polish tends to be made with very harsh chemicals, so it's going to strip your nails of its natural nutrients, make them very dry and brittle, which in the winter is obviously an issue with our skin to begin with. So in the wintertime, I encourage women, leave your nail polish off, maybe forego the pedicures a bit at the salon, and actually switch to something more natural like a tea tree oil or coconut oil. If you put that on several times a week, it's going to hydrate the nail, help with some of the dry, cracking dystrophy involving the nail, and restore some of the health while no one's taking a look at your toes as closely in the wintertime.
I think there's a lot of women out there who just went, what? What did she say? Well, speaking of that, and especially with the dry, the cracking, what about the lotions? There's so many out there.
So a lot of the lotions that are over the counter are very good. I really can't speak on behalf of many that are bad, but the one thing that you want to do is stay away from scented creams for your feet. Scents and perfumes tend to aggravate and cause inflammation, so something that's not scented is going to be much better. In the wintertime, you should always be applying a moisturizing cream every day, because it's very common that our skin will dry out and crack, and especially in not just the average population, but especially diabetic populations, predispose you to infection. So using a cream daily, oftentimes twice a day if you're really prone to dry skin.
Oh, Dr. Portnova, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And we will have her back soon here on Wellness Wednesday.
Hey, it's Jay, the general manager of Blaze Alexander Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Cadillac Buick GMC and Mazda of Greater Hazleton. Christmas is gone and the new year is upon us. It's time to clear out all remaining models. Rebates up to $10,000. Interest rates starting at 0% for up to 72 months. New Ram leases starting at $299 a month. New Jeep rebates up to $7,500. That's unheard of. With our low price guarantee, you can be assured you're getting the best deal. Maximum values for your trade and credit for all. Check us out on the web 24/7 at blazehazleton.com. Susquehanna Boulevard, Route 93, Hazleton. See you real soon.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
Ralph M. Cameron, specializing in quality and affordable construction services for residential, commercial, and industrial, licensed and insured. Call 570-401-0654 today for all your construction needs.
Stop in at Two Italian Guys Pizzeria for the best pizza in town, serving a large variety of pizzas, stromboli, and so much more. Open till 3 a.m. Take out or eat in. Delivery available. Call 570-459-2783.
A major book retailer had its official reopening earlier today after the business was destroyed by this past summer's tornado. Barnes & Noble opened its doors back up to its customers early this morning, and the store celebrated with its grand reopening. It was one of many businesses that was affected by the tornado and have since rebuilt and is now open to the public, and I know many people who are very excited about that store being back open in Wilkes-Barre Township. The State Game Commission has given the preliminary approval to changing the start date for buck hunting season to the Saturday after Thanksgiving instead of the current Monday following Thanksgiving. The resounding vote for change was on Saturday opening as a better fit for the schedule for younger hunters who have to work and attend school on Monday. The change will take effect only if the commissioners approve it at a second time during their meeting in April. Now again, no changes have been made yet. Changes could be made in April if it is approved. That's the news. Remember, you can always get news updates on the WYLN News Facebook page. And a note, Hazleton Area School District will be closed tomorrow. There's no school on Thursday. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square. For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. Packages are available to fit anyone's budget, and there is a restaurant and catering on site. The facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor parties, private parties of any kind. Call 570-384-2314.
This week on Topic A, I'm joined by the President and CEO of the United Way of Greater Hazleton, Pat Ward. We talk about the United Way, what it does, and how you can become part of the United Way family. All that and more this week on Topic A, only on WYLN.
You're watching Monterey City's Choice for news, weather, and live local sports. WYLN.